Fraud of the week, the XFL.
What is coming to us in the XFL this spring?
Well, real quick, they did announce their broadcast team, and I will pull that up after. But I mentioned...
Is this for every prime time, or is this for their ABC games,
this is
their Fox games?
I don't believe they've announced the Fox team yet, but I do have the ESPN commentators ready to go. But that will come after we talk about the quarterbacks. As I mentioned last week, we were going to be talking about the signal callers for each XFL team. We're getting to know the league. So we will start like we did last week. We will start with the Dallas Roughnecks. This quarterback will be reunited with head coach Bob Stoops. It's going to be Landry Jones. He's from Oklahoma, as I mentioned. He's drafted by the Steelers. Was only 3-2 as a starter, but this is counting preseason. In the 19 games that he did play, he completed 63.9% of his passes, 1,310 yards and 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. At Oklahoma, however, in the 4 years that he became a starter, if people remember, he was thrown in because the walking stretcher that is Sam Bradford was injured his freshman year. He threw for 16,646 yards, 123 touchdowns in those 4 seasons. Next up, the LA Wildcats taking a guy from the AAF, Luis Perez. He
was a star
quarterback
of the AAF, 8-week star.
I wouldn't say star. Undrafted free agent in 2018, became the starter of the Birmingham Iron in the AAF. He completed only 53.2% of his passes.
Rags to riches.
For 1,460 yards, 5 touchdowns, 6 picks. He did finish, but keep in mind he was a superstar in Division II. He did finish his college career with just 1 yard shy of 5,000, 46 touchdowns, 11 INTs at Texas A&M Commerce, which is a terrible name, and he led them to a title. Next up for the New York Guardians.
So I just want to, I'm sorry, Jake, but you're saying 6 picks in 8 games is not good because Jimmy has 8.
In 9. It's different.
It's actually worse.
But he has 14 touchdowns. The ratio's all messed up.
Yeah, apples and oranges. I just had to throw that in.
It's a lot easier to not throw interceptions in the defunct. You know what? Forget it. New York Guardians starting quarterback is Matt McGloin.
Ooh.
McGloin didn't have the best NFL career.
Journeyman.
He was 1-6 as a starter in 5 NFL seasons. Most notably, he started the playoff game against the Texans after Derek Carr broke his leg. Yikes. Completing 58.1% of his passes with 11 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. So Jimmy G was better than Matt McGloin. But he was playing for the Raiders. Keep that in mind. He's mostly known for when he was at Penn State. He was leading the team post-Sandusky scandal under Bill O'Brien. His senior season, he had a school record 3,271 yards, 24 TDs, and 5 interceptions. Now, the Battlehawks is a team that continues to make me wonder what they're going for here, because the St. Louis Battlehawks, their coach was a tight end coach for Marvin Lewis, and now their quarterback.
There's no better options than Marvin Lewis's tight end. Hey, you know who I really like? That Tyler Eifert. Let's get his coach.
Let's get this guy. So this Jordan, I can't pronounce his Temiu. I don't remember. It's TA'AMU. Ta'amu? Yeah, probably. Undrafted in 2019, he threw for 3,918 yards and 19 touchdowns at Ole Miss in 2018. You know, he's one of the guys that stayed when all the scandals happened with the Rebs. He also ran for 342 yards and 6 TDs, so he's kind of a dual threat guy for them. Moving down to my team, the Tampa Bay Vipers. Erin Murray, drafted in...
big name.
Yeah, drafted in the 2014 draft for the NFL, but never took an NFL snap. In 4 seasons at Georgia, he threw for 13,166 yards, 121 touchdowns, and 41 INTs. Not bad for a Georgia quarterback, traditionally a running team, unless you're Stat Padford, as we like.
Oh.
Next up,
The disrespect you put on that future Hall of Famer's unbelievable.
He missed his first game in his career almost.
He didn't even want to.
last week.
He wanted to play because he has the streak right
like,
now.
no, your back is broken. You cannot play. Let's go down to Houston. Phillip Walker signed with the Colts as an undrafted free agent in 2017. He's also never played an NFL game. He threw for 10,668 yards and 74 touchdowns in his 4 seasons with the Temple Owls. Moving down to Seattle, the Dragons. They have Brandon Silvers. He was undrafted in the NFL, but did start 2 more games. Another AAF guy.
Squad.
He did also play for the worst team in the AAF, the Memphis Express. But he did throw...
They had a lot of starting quarterbacks in their short history.
Yeah,
football
Dad
and-
Manziel.
He threw for 799 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. He did start 4 years at Troy, and he finished with 10,677 yards and 71 TDs. And the most popular get of the XFL
I firmly disagree with this, and Brandon is going to be our deciding vote.
for the DC Defenders, Cardale Jones. Probably the biggest name, as I said. Best known for coming in 3rd string in the 2014 season for the Ohio States, where he led them to a Big Ten title and the national title. First ever playoff champion. He threw for 2,000. The next season he did start and threw for 2,323 yards, 15 TDs, and 7 interceptions for the Buckeyes. Keep getting closer when I reach my hand over it. Had a very short-lived career with the Chargers. And, those are your XFL quarterbacks. Brandon, you looked at the list. Do you agree with me that Cardale is probably the biggest name? I mean, you could argue Landry Jones, but I think
I would say
Cardale-
Landry Jones, Erin Murray,
Erin Murray, and Cardale Jones are.
or McGloin.
Nobody knows who Erin.
McGloin started a playoff game. He got stomped, but he started a playoff game.
because of an injury, not because he led the team.
Yeah, I didn't say he did. I said he got stomped.